Watch it.
Miss Olsen has 11 subscribers on Facebook.
Yeah,
Oh my
she
goodness, no!
She beat me out. She just had it recently, and I only have 3. Like, what is this? Yeah. I helped her set it up.
We watched one of her videos and it was really funny.
The one where she kept dropping stuff, it was so loud.
Like eating the mic.
Yeah.
That's what Josh was saying. He's like, sounds like she's eating the mic. Well, maybe she got hungry, okay? Hey, 8.4. Factoring trinomials when the leading coefficient equals 1. In 8.3, the leading coefficient sometimes was 1, sometimes it wasn't. Here in 8.4, it's going to be 1. And it's like, it's got to be, okay, it's going to be 1. We're back to NSYNC right there. Hey, so when A is equal to 1, we can still solve them the same way, which we went through and we did yesterday. We solved these two at the start the same exact way we did before. Where we went through, we made sure they were in standard form, looked for GCF, pulled out our A, B, and C, made our X, made it into 4 terms, grouped them, and got our answer. Did the same thing on 2. But hey, then we also said, wait a second, the parentheses both just start with X and X, and here they start with X and X as well. And the second part of the parentheses is just the numbers from the sides with their signs. Numbers and signs here. So it goes X plus 4 and X plus 2. On this one, it was X minus 1 and X plus 6. And so we said, well, with this shortcut holding up only when A is equal to 1, in this quick example we did right at the end of class on yesterday, we said that, hey, we can have this negative 6 and this plus 1. Those can just be put into our parentheses. We have X minus 6, and X plus 1. And that would be the same answer if we were to go through that the long way. Is it starting to ring a bell from yesterday? Okay. Hope it is if you were here. Okay, if you were not, I understand that it won't because you weren't here. Okay. So on number 2, what do we want to do? Okay, make sure it's in standard form. Is it? Dang. Now what do we want to check for? Do we have one? No. Okay, but it's good that we check because that can make your life easier. So now we do A, B, and C. Easy as 1, 2, 3. In the great words of Michael Jackson, okay? So A is 1. Yeah. It was the Jackson 5. And he was the front man for it. B is negative 2, and C is negative 63, okay? Okay, so what are we going to do now? Okay. The top is bottom is what? So what do we know about the signs? They're not the same. So one's negative, one's going to be positive because they multiply to a negative number. Which one's going to be bigger, the negative or the positive? Negative, because they add up to a negative number. Okay. We can use these skills to help us as we go through it. Okay. Use these skills to help us as we're going through it. So 2 factors of negative 63 that have a difference of 2. Okay. 9 and 7. And if we don't know that right away, that's okay. We can work through that. We can say, okay, well, 1 times 63, that doesn't work. 2 doesn't go into it. 3 times 21, well, that doesn't work. Okay, 4 doesn't go into it. 5 doesn't go into it. 6 doesn't go into it. 7, 8, or 7 goes into it. 9 times, hey, look, we found it. That's the process you can go through and just kind of keep going up in numbers until you find it. And so, because A is 1, we're able to do the shortcut where we just write X minus 9 in the first parenthesis, because here I have a negative 9. And what's going to go in the second parenthesis? X plus 7. And we're done. Right? Like you blink and you miss it. Like, whoa, we're done already? Yeah, because we have this awesome shortcut when A is equal to 1. Now the shortcut only works when our leading coefficient is 1. When it is, oh boy, we want to use it. You don't have to, but it makes your life easier. Questions on that? Okay. So get number 4, or number 3, excuse me. Like, ooh. Okay. 2a squared minus 18a plus, was that 40? I can't see it now. Get off there. Okay. So, what do we want to do here with number 3? Okay, so
Well, we can't do that. We can't do the shortcut because it's a 2.
we can't do the shortcut because it's 2.
GCF though.
Oh, but do we have a GCF?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's 7.
It's 1.
So now what's A?
1.
Woo! We love that. That means we can do our shortcut, right? We love doing our shortcuts. We make sure A, B, and C are squared away. What is A? Don't be confused that we have A up here and A down here. They're completely different. A is our variable, just like X would be, whereas the A up here by the equal sign is our leading coefficient. B is -9, and C is 20. Okay, I'll go crazy in a minute here. Okay, so now what are we going to do? Okay, so what's going to go at the top of this X? 20, because that's 1 times 20 from our new A, B, and C, not our original equation, but our factored equation inside the parentheses. B is -9. What do we know about the signs of these two numbers? They multiply to a positive number, so they have to be the same, and they're both going to be negative. Okay, so what two factors of 20 add up to -9? Okay. Okay, 4 and 5. So if we go through our factors of 20, we can say, okay, 1 times 20, that's going to be 21. 2 times 10, that'd be 12. 4 times 5, oh, we got a winner. Okay, so now, when we write our answer, what are we going to make sure to not forget? That 2 out in front, and our negatives too. Okay, so we have that 2 out in front. What's going to be the first parenthesis? Okay,
X minus
what variable do we have though?
A minus 4.
And the next one is?
A minus.
And that's our answer. So we don't forget our GCF still. We're still able to do this shortcut. That's kind of nice. We like the shortcut. This is how we ended last class. So we finished 8.3 and then we started 8.4. Okay? Questions? Okay, Dank. Hey, I want you guys to do number 4 real quick. Okay? What do we notice? It's prime. There's no GCF we can take. And are there any factors of 2 that can add up to 4? No, the only factors of 2 are what? 1 and 2. And what's 1 plus 2? 3. So this one's prime. We have to be careful to put our 2 on the top and our 4 on the bottom there, right? Okay, I want to show you first of all, questions on 4. Okay, I want to show you one thing quickly on 5. So first of all, is it in standard form? Yeah, what do we notice that's a little bit different about this equation though?
The 20b squared.
We have 2 variables. We have a 20b squared in the middle, we have ab instead of just a. Okay, we kind of had something like this before, but we're going to look at how this looks with a shortcut. So, it's in standard form, no GCF, so a is 1, b is, and c is what the hell? An oof. Okay, we make our x here, -2 on the top, -20 on the top, and -8 on the bottom, so we know we're going to have a negative and a positive, -10 and 2. Okay, so as we look for our shortcut here, what's going to go in the first parenthesis? A minus 10, but what we're going to have to do is a minus 10 B. We're going to have to put the B there, otherwise we lose it entirely, and that's not what happens. We need it there, so we have to write the B with that second term. And so our second parenthesis is going to be A plus 2B. Very good. So whenever we see a variable in this last part, we have to put that there as well. And so would that be the same way with number 6? It would be, okay? I'm going to give you guys a homework assignment real quick. Go ahead and pack up your notes once you get that down. On this homework assignment, there's a few don't do's. Don't do numbers 1 through one where we'd be multiplying, going that way we did a few chapters ago. I should say last chapter. Okay?
This is why we.
So don't do numbers 1 through 3. Other than that, just have a great weekend, guys.
Don't get arrested, Mr. Thompson.
You know, I don't plan to. Yeah.
You just have not to be arrested. That's what Mr. McLean tells us. He's like, don't stay in jail, don't get arrested.
Once again, don't do numbers 1 through 3 here.